Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I said that Bitcoin doesn't hit the all-time high before the end of the day, I will drop the vest. Ladies and gentlemen, we've still got another 2 hours until the new daily candle. Why is everyone saying you should wear it? Like, come on. It's not done yet. Welcome. Yes. Why isn't Bitcoin taking the all-time high just yet? And that's what's on everybody's mind right now. Everyone is pumped. Everyone's excited. This is a very monumental point in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin. Someone did say something very interesting. In the comment section, they said, you don't get rich buying Bitcoin, you get rich selling it. That right there. Very true. But you'd have to buy the Bitcoin first. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Spirits are somewhat high this evening across the board. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to explain the idea of why Bitcoin is somewhat reluctant to go for the all-time high right now. Okay? And quite frankly, it's going to the all-time high. You should just put on the vest. Drop that shirt. It's not hitting all-time high. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They're all coming out now, aren't they? All of the guys who are like, no, it's not going to all-time high. This is it. This is the Ponzi scam. It's the ETF squeeze. It's the short squeeze. It's all of this squeezing. There ain't no vitamin C here, ladies and gentlemen. Just daily vector candles. That's what it's all about. Yeah, look, listen. In my honest opinion, the delay in New York, we have effectively got just shy of about 2.5%, 3% left. It's going to all-time high, man. And it will happen in Asia, I believe. It will happen in Asia. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's live stream. My name is Tino. You've tuned into Traders Reality. What we're going to talk about tonight, guys, is we're going to talk about what to expect with Bitcoin. Someone asked a question about where are the holders right now, in the sense, what can we expect from this current situation with Bitcoin? So I'm going to dive into all of that with you all this evening. I'm going to talk about some trading that I've done today on the S&P. It was very tricky today. And it's always tricky when there's news coming out, which is what I'm effectively going to be preparing you all going into tonight and what to expect. So if you are new to the channel, you know what the flavor is, ladies and gentlemen. Like the stream. It helps with the algorithm. And, of course, subscribe when the video is done or the live is done. If you do enjoy tonight's content, but more importantly, hit the ding-a-ling, the good old bell, just so you don't miss out on future flavor. Let's get with the program, ladies and gentlemen. We got an all-time high to hit. Here we go. Sack Trades, my friend. How are you, man? Been a while, 36 months and counting. Interesting times. It was this time round last year. 2021. If we just go over to Bitcoin for a split second. Blue vector, look at that. 4% away. At the time, Bitcoin was 4.38% away from the all-time high, okay? We are now, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, wait a sec. Really, 1.85%, 1.75% away from the all-time high. You're telling me that Bitcoin is going to struggle to hit the all-time high in Asia this evening? That would be absolutely wild. This time, 2021, okay? Let's just have a look at where we are. This is where Bitcoin was this time, 2021. All right. That's when we effectively started the channel. We started in January 2021 when I started to stream Bitcoin. Someone said, stream Bitcoin. I was like, okay. So January 2021, 21. There we go. That's when I started live streaming Bitcoin, rise, retrace, and it was a continuation to the upside. So yeah, that was good fun. And then of course they swept it and then they just gave us hell for the remaining 2 years. But look at where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently sat at this all-time high. And what I'm going to break down is how to understand what's taking them so long to go for it, given that we've had such a volatile weekend. What's the delay? Why hasn't Bitcoin taken it? Well, this is my opinion, okay? So we've got several things that we can blame, or not so much blame, but we've got every reason to believe that Bitcoin will take the all-time high. The first one we're going to look at is, of course, this, which is the stable coins ratio on exchanges. The logic says that as this goes down, it would then suggest that higher prices are going to start coming into play. And you can see already it's trending lower, and we're anticipating that price should be going up. Last reading was 67,528. And of course, the stablecoin ratio is going down. It actually says that a coins reserve divided by all stable coins reserve held by the exchange. Low values mean buying power, which leads to possible price rises. And more importantly, we've also got Coinbase Premium as well. So I just need to find where that is. Where's my Coinbase Premium? I do believe that the Coinbase Premium does serve Coinbase. Here we go. Coinbase Premium Index. That gives us also a metric to understand if investors are actually going in and picking up Bitcoin. And as we go down, it says here the percentage difference between Coinbase Pro USD pair and Binance pair USDT. The high premium values could indicate US investors' strong buying pressure in Coinbase. So right now you can see at Bitcoin at 67,528, the pressure's somewhat seeming like it's pulling back ever so slightly, but we are in the fourth today. So we assume that when this gets updated, it's going to start showing an increase. So we're assuming that they're going to be buying it up. Okay. Now, let's just look at something that could be coming into scope. So once Bitcoin does hit the all-time high, okay, what can we expect? Well, what would fuel it? Other than this Coinbase index, other than the miners selling their Bitcoin just so they can maintain their operating costs due to the halving. We haven't even got a halving yet, and Bitcoin is already at this 67 range itself. So, where is it? Here we go. Crypto Exuberance is hitting Overdrive as the Ether ETF battle looms. So they have until May 23rd to effectively decide if they are going to allow this to happen. That only means that Ethereum is probably most likely going to be pumping up. But the problem that we've got with this ETF is the principle of proof of stake. Okay, so that means that Coinbase, I've mentioned this before, Coinbase and Lido, I believe, are the two major holders of staking Ethereum. They got big amounts of Ethereum. Lido holds 37%, and I think Coinbase comes in at 19 or something like that. How are you going to get this ETF purchased if it's going to be on the same principle as Bitcoin? Okay. Now, let me just give you an example of the power of the ETF with Bitcoin. As long as they keep buying Bitcoin, right, the higher the ETF will go. Let me show you something. In front of you is the ETF that seeks daily investment results of 2 times the daily percentage change of the common stock of NVDA Corp. So it's NVIDIA's version, not NVIDIA's version, but an ETF based on NVIDIA, okay? Look at it. And then look at NVIDIA's price. So we'll go over to NVIDIA. Oh, Bitcoin, calm down. Chill out, bro. Chill out. It's okay. I'll speak about you in a second. NVIDIA. I said to you guys, man, $1,000. I said that at what, 650 was it? Yep, 650, 700, $1,000, man. It's going for $1,000. That's where my head's at with that, unless Powell decides to pull a dirty number this week, and he's going to be speaking over a period of 2 days. We'll be diving into that very, very shortly, okay? But NVIDIA's going up. The ETF is going up. What did this ETF do? No different to what Bitcoin did. No different to what the Ethereum ETF did. It came down on the first instance. It consolidated. They bought up a mad amount of it. And now it's just rallied. You are looking at effectively the price of a Bitcoin ETF in the future. I'm looking for $60, okay? Here is the Bitcoin ETF right there. Well, $38. Not bad, okay? $22 away nearly. Not bad. I'm cool with that. $60, because I believe that Bitcoin will continue to go higher. But even if it doesn't continue to go higher and it pulls back, because a lot of people are waiting for Bitcoin to pull back. They want it to be the dirtiest reversal on planet Earth. Okay, here we are. Look, they just want it to just completely drop. Now, Bitcoin is going into the last remaining vectors, if I'm correct. Where is it? We've got the last remaining vectors on Bitcoin. Here we go. That was the last vector candle on Bitcoin. 66,951. That's the last vector candle. They've recovered it. So now we're going into price discovery in principle once the all-time high has been cleared. Now, we had a bit of a successful day today when it comes to trading for the guys who are Platinum members. Now, remember, we've got a 20% discount from the Platinum membership, which is 20% off the first month. All you need to do is use the discount code BULLRUN at the checkout, and you get 20% off your first month. Today, we projected out a few moves. So we expected Bitcoin to come and hit its 67,000 point. It's hit the 60,000, 7,000, but we were looking for the retrace first, and they kind of gave us that little bit of a retrace and then completely made the move to the upside. We then go into Ethereum. She's actually hit our projection of 35.86 and went on to go on to some more ground. Let's just go over to Ethereum for a second. Have a look. She's at, okay, then 35.82. Oh, that's the daily chart. Let's go to the hourly for a second. Yeah, so she's climbing up still. I'm still in my long, okay, on Ethereum. And we're sitting nicely with a nice little return on, on a $400 investment, okay? And the fees are absolutely eating me alive. But that's where I've had to load up on the margin. And I loaded up on the position as well to make it around $1,000. Well, it was actually, about $1,200 in total because I loaded up twice. So I entered long over here at the 3,153 and then loaded up again inside of this zone. And the only reason I loaded up inside of this zone is because they were following the same structure over here. I started to see the offers and the bids not coming in as too concentrated in terms of the bid side, which told me that the offers were coming into play. So I was expecting them to start marking prices higher. And then, of course, they did the same thing over here, which has led Ethereum's move to the upside. When I go to bed tonight, what I'm looking at doing is I'm going to move my stop loss relatively close. Probably, I'm indecisive as to where until I actually decide to go to sleep. I'm going to lock in whatever gains I can. If it continues to go even higher, happy days. But if they do take 3,800, then I'm going to lock my profit at 3,600. And then whatever happens after that, happy days right there. Okay, so a nice little return, man. I'm happy with that for a swing on Ethereum, swinging into the all-time high. And that's exactly what we did again today on the S&P. Okay, so I've got these funded accounts. Just keep keeping you updated on this. If you've watched the live streams over the last 11 days, I've been sharing what I've been doing on my funded accounts. And right now, we're at a gain of $57,000 since the 20th of February. And we've been climbing up nicely on the funded accounts. So they're PAs. So PAs are performance accounts with Apex. Today's activities, where is it? Today's activities were right here. So today we took advantage of the S&P climbing up towards the all-time highs, all right? There was a big move on the S&P, and I'm going to explain to you what I meant by this consolidation and why it was a bit of a tricky day today to trade on the S&P. Eventually, we managed to come out with one loss of $16, and then we've managed to come out with a 16K gain on the accounts across the board. So I individually opened these trades on the platform, and I have like five depth of markets, and I'm placing the trades individually. I can't copy them directly, but I'm placing them one after the other. And we managed to take advantage of this play on the S&P today, which was this move right here. So if you look on the chart, we've got here on the S&P, this interesting range on the VWAP. This is what I was looking at today. Come on. Here we go. It was this area right here. So I was stuck inside of this area where they kept on marking price up and then they came back down. And I started to play inside of this zone. So if I actually look at the entries, where are the entries? Is it here? Yeah, the actual entry point itself was, for this one, 5,145. Okay, so I was inside of this range, and it was very tricky because they just kept on marking price up and down, up and down. There was no clear conviction. Then what I witnessed on the NASDAQ was price ended up holding out. Okay, where was it? It was about 4:15 today. Here we go. It was this area right here. Such a pain in the backside. Now, if you guys have been watching me on the lives, you'll remember that when I shared an example of some trades in the past, I said and made notice to an area on the NASDAQ. Platinum members will know what I'm talking about. Remember this area here? Where the bids came in aggressively? This is where the bids were. And this is where NASDAQ wasn't breaking down. I've flipped what these actually mean. This is delta. but I flipped it to represent the bids. So I've changed the color. That gave me the clue to believe that NASDAQ was going to come up and start breaking higher and move up, which led the S&P to move even higher. So that was effectively trading the all-time high. Am I correct with that? Hold on a second. We got the all-time high on the S&P. I hope it was the all-time high. There we go, yeah. So we effectively caught this pump to the upside on the S&P only because of the NASDAQ showing the interest on the bids. And the S&P moves a little bit slower than the NASDAQ, which leads me on to why Bitcoin has yet to hit its all-time high. The bids. Look at what we've got going off here, guys. We refresh this, okay? You can see Bitcoin has got a high cluster of interest inside of this range, and it's always below a significant area in the chart. Now, I challenge everyone in this live to go and look at this, all right? If you are new to the hybrid system, go to the website, take this course. It's free of charge, and it explains to you everything that I'm going to be diving into right now, okay? Just do it. It's free. You'll learn so much in an hour about this hybrid trading system, okay? Go back in the charts and mark off every whole number that Bitcoin has broken through to the upside and completely ripped through to the downside, okay? There's a pricing phenomena where if you walk into a shop, what they want you to spend doesn't look like the full amount. You might understand it to be when you see a price point, it says $24.99 or $55.99 or $99.99. You are psychologically not paying a full $100. You're paying $99.99. You are not paying $100. Yes, it's only down by 1 cent, but the psychology is there. What they want you to pay tries to come across as somewhat less impressionable. Yet when it's a discount where they want you to spend and take advantage of, it's all in whole numbers. $100 off, $50 off, $10,000 off. That same pricing phenomena or marketing scheme is no different in the charts. Why? Take the whole numbers and some of the half numbers. So what do I mean by that? Take the 66,000, take the 65,000, take the 68,000, take the 69,000. And this is what I'm going to give now for the holders so that they can establish ranges that they could potentially look to DCA in. Because if Bitcoin is going to continue this move to the upside, the logic would say that every retrace back down is a DCA opportunity. Now we're going to be talking about the 2020-2040 approach. Now, if anyone is new to the channel and you are not aware of what the 2020-2040 approach is, not the 420 approach, just please type 1 in this chat so I know and understand who my audience is. It is the same black shirt. I've got about 15 of them. 15 black shirts, bro. The same shirt. Okay, SEC delays BlackRock ETF. Yeah, that's no problem. Why is it going to 75K before the halving? It's the number one question. Here we go. So we've got ones, a lot of ones, lots of ones. Okay, cool. All right, so this is where we are right now, okay? If you will all mind, all the new guys, just take the numbers. 69,000, mark it off. 68,000, mark it off. 70,000, mark it off. Stick with me on this one because I spoke to you about this pricing phenomena and the idea of the DCA and, of course, how to take advantage of the way price is likely to move in and around these zones, okay? So this is for the holders, right? So these are our price points. It's at these price points that Bitcoin is going to do something. Now, listen, park the idea of the miners. It contributes to it. Park the idea of the ETF. It contributes to it. Park the idea of Twitter or X going crazy about the Shiba Inu and the... Who else is there? What else is going on here? We've got a whale alerts. We've minted another $1 billion of US Tether being minted. We've got Ripple coming into play right now as well being mentioned. Who's talking about that stable coin? We'll reach Crypto Sensei. What's he saying? He's saying, whoops, if this happens, XRP will reach 10,000. Yeah. I mean, look, everyone's entitled to say what they want to say. Mad love to Crypto Sensei. Okay, so whatever he is saying about it is making him see that it could potentially go to 10,000 in the next 10 years. Okay, fair enough, fine, like 10,000. This thing ain't done nothing. It has done nothing. So we can kind of get the idea of where people's heads are at, which is why we need to focus on this. Each of these price points are a point in the chart where you will naturally expect someone to react because we're at all-time highs, all right? Naturally, people's optimism is great because Bitcoin is going up, 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 all right? So people are less likely to be selling their Bitcoin because they want to see how long they can hold on to it for. We know people ain't selling their Bitcoin because this says that everyone's in a profit, as we spoke about earlier on today. And it doesn't look like it's coming down, okay? Now, going back into the chart. Bitcoin has cleared the 66,000, the 67, 68, 69, okay? Ain't we all? What you've got to look for by the principle of 20, 20, 20, 40, all right, for the new guys, is you are looking to take advantage of when Bitcoin inside of these price points decides to pull off this sort of structure, which we understand to be the pattern, which is the rise, the retrace, the continuation. We understand it to be that you can either start DCA inside of this area here. You could also start DCA inside this area here on the premise that Bitcoin will continue to mark up. But it's so important that the next bit after this, you must have an understanding of, because that's going to help you validate the reason why it should be continuing higher. The bids and the offers. It's so important because there's no point in doing DCA in this area here if there's not really anybody up there to try and sell into. Because that's what you're looking for, isn't it? You're looking for price to go up. You DCA from this point. It's going up. Don't DCA from 69 like a lot of people did, and it just completely went to the downside, and they just kept on DCA because they got diamond hands, and yeah, man, I'm just DCA. Okay, cool. They may have had themselves a nice, handsome return right now, and their patience may have paid off. But the logic says that you could have saved yourself all that hassle of sitting in such a drawdown and having to wait for Bitcoin to climb all the way up when you would have wanted to wait and see if there was a trend moving price higher, which would then allow you to take advantage of correct DCA. Because in my opinion, correct DCA is done when the market's moving up, okay? DCA opportunities are one right here, one right here, one right here, one sort of right there, okay? And then it just completely went. We even had one right here, okay? Happy days. That's what I believe. Because the idea is I'm averaging up, you know, I'm getting better, I'm earning as I'm averaging into the position, right? When you're a big hedge fund manager, or you're someone like Grayscale, and you've got so much capital, then you are in a position to start buying Bitcoin even when it is taking a slump or even when it is at the all-time highs. It doesn't matter when you've got a cash balance. It's just a case of how much can you get. Now, the average person in cryptocurrency might not have that luxury. So the strategy that I will deploy to all of you who are new to the channel is to do something like this. The 20-20-40 logic says that if you've got $10,000 and you want to commit it to capital or commit it to Bitcoin, for example, only commit it in increments of 20%. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be 20%, okay? But this 40, all right, is the practices of Jesse Livermore, all right? Now, Jesse Livermore is the greatest stock trader on earth. He was the great bear of Wall Street, 1929, when the banks were knocking on his door saying, please stop shorting the market. He was short on the 1929 crash. What a time to be short, okay? The idea is that when Bitcoin retraces, because it will, come on, it will retrace, okay? You're looking to commit a certain amount of your capital, but you are only working with the first 3 20s. So the first 60% has to be divided by 20, or you can be more conservative and say, I'm only going to use 10%. So that means I've got effectively 6 buying opportunities to load up on the DCA. So where would you logically assume that you could DCA? Well, let's assume that someone on the daily time frame or DCA wants to know, should I buy Bitcoin over the next 24 hours or so. So we'll go into the 4-hour time frame. He's seen Bitcoin made a nice splendiferous move to the upside. Please just take this into consideration. We are at the all-time highs, but what I'm going to do now is just give you the logic of how someone would use this approach to manage a potential drawdown in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is volatile and it will always be volatile, and you've got to be able to absorb that, okay? What are you guys saying in here? Stop talking about gaps. All right, we'll get into that in a bit. All right, then. So this is where we are. Say I've got my 20%. I believe Bitcoin is going to go up. But I also believe that Bitcoin is more than likely due for a retrace. Currently at the 66,000 zone. I've got the 65,000 zone down here, okay? And I've got the 64. So I can say to myself, right, I'm going to split my 20-20-40, and I'm going to take 40% of my 60%, all right, from the 20-20-20-40, and I'm going to divide it into 10%. And I'm going to load up as Bitcoin pulls back. If it hits the 66, 10%. If it hits the 65, 10%. If it hits the 64, 10%. That's if Bitcoin was not to take the all-time high from this point in time. Okay? Now, let's assume that you've done that and you've loaded up 10, 10, 10, 10. So now you've taken 40% of the original 20-20-20, which is 60% of your capital, and you've divided it into 4 individual trades at 10% of the initial capital. That is an amount that you can work with because you know that you've got 60% behind you just in case something drastic happens. Well, what does that drastic mean? Well, if Bitcoin hypothetically was not to take the all-time high and it reversed from this point and came all the way back down and swept your orders, so you've got these positions live right now, and it came all the way back down to 63 and or 62 and started to consolidate in this area and spend a lot of time in this zone. Let's assume it did that for 48 hours. Let's assume it actually did it for 4 days because that's what Bitcoin can do. It can stay in a dead range and behave like a stable coin and make XRP look like a meme coin. Okay? When you get a sense that this could be a reason for Bitcoin to get ready to start marking up, you're going to start paying attention to the bids and the offers. Because you're going to then start looking at this area right here and say, hold on a second. I've got offers to the upside. I'm counting them. 69,500 I've got, hypothetically. Imagine that we're at that 62, 63 zone. I've got 15 million orders there, okay, that want to sell. What else have I got? I've got 1 million there that want to sell. Okay, what else is there? I've got 14 million up there. Okay, what about here? I've got 1.96. Let me go in a little bit closer. What else have I got? I've got 7.67 million orders right there. So those are the offers to the upside. If I'm in this position down here and trying to anticipate Bitcoin's move to the upside, what have I got to look for down below? I've got to look for the bids. I've got to see who is really committing price and who doesn't really want it to go any lower. So if we just look at Bitcoin's behavior since it's been climbing up, what's the clear, obvious thing that you can see in front of you? Now, if you are new and you don't have this, it's Coinank. Go check it out. It gives us the representation of the bids and the offers. You can alternatively go and have a look at Bitcoin on the Bookmap. The Bookmap gives us a little bit more information in regards to orders that are filled. It's great for day traders. It's awesome for day traders. But for long-term holders, it's not going to serve you because it's all about executing off the Bookmap itself. You can trade from here, but you really do get to see the scope of the order book on where Bitcoin orders are. So if I zoom out on this right now, you can see that we've got orders all the way at 68,000 with 276 orders right there. Seems like there is a sell wall right there, but naturally they're going to want to try and eat into that because they found interest at it previously, okay? So we're going to want to see the bids, which is these areas right here, okay? So let's go and put that together. Look at this move to the upside right here with Bitcoin. What do you see? You see that we had a very interesting amount of Bitcoin transacted. 16 million was transacted, okay? Cool, so they're buying. We got 7 million down there. Cool, they're buying. As we go into the chart, we can see that we have other orders. 6 million, again, buying, okay? 6 million buying, all right? We got 9 million there, which the order wasn't fully filled, all right? Then we go across and we see, again, some more orders. 5 million. Not all, but 3 million of it. Then we've got this order here. 22 million was filled at the 62,050 point. Okay? Notice how there wasn't really that much of a commitment coming into play with the bids, but the offers were coming in. We knew the offers were there because people were showing commitment to sell above. You buy low, you sell high. Yeah? That's the whole point of investing. Not to buy high and then think you're going to sell higher. You know, it doesn't work like that. Same again, 22 million this point. Over here, 6 million. Well, we're seeing the same numbers now. 10 million. What's this? 12 million. Okay. What's this? 6 million. So there's someone there loading up all the time. 5 million. Well, 6 million. Again, 7 million. Look at the price. It's holding out. Then all of a sudden, you see this big stack right here. 33 million, which we told you about last week on Thursday. 64,400 and 63,600 were the two price points where there was orders of 32 million that were offering out. Price was all the way down here. Okay? Actually, it was over here, just before the pump over the weekend. We kind of knew that there was commitment up there. So when you then go and take that logic into this DCA approach, you're looking for that behavior at various price points. Notice where you had the biggest commitment. Where did the offers come in? They came in just above the 63,500 point. They came in just above the 64,500 point. It's a whole and half number principle, okay? So 64,000, 64,500, 63,000, 63,500. That was the point in the chart for that investor to sell. And they held price in this area. Now, we don't know if that 6 million that we kept on seeing belonged to this guy. Okay? We don't know. 6 times 6, happy days. Equates to near enough the same amount. All right? We can make that assumption, but we don't know fully if it is. We're just putting numbers together. Is it coincidental? Synchronicity? Whatever you want to call it. But adding weight to understanding why Bitcoin could move up or down is all going to be based on the people who are happy to sell it. Right now, we've got too many people in profit, and they're probably selling, okay? Because the only way that price can go up is if they sell Bitcoin. And the only way we can verify that is the commitment that's coming into the chart right now, which is up here, okay? Which we're not really seeing that much. I mean, okay, tell a lie. Did you just see that? You got 15 million at 69,500. Go up a little bit, you got 30 million right there at 69,540. Go up again, 49 million at what? 70K. 49 million at 70K. If they transact 49 million at 70K right there, it's been in the chart for 13 hours. These guys may be anticipating price to go to the upside later on. They may be looking forward to it. That's why they've planted. You know, I'm going to sell 148 Bitcoin. I've got 10,000 Bitcoin. I'll sell 148 of them. There we go. Pick up 49 million. That should do us for the week. That's how it's looking. But then you take that logic, and as this new 2020-2040 approach, you start seeing price doing this at either above or below the whole and half numbers. You'll be adding weight to your conviction that you could then start utilizing the remainder of your balance. The only time you use the 40% out of the 20-20-40 is when you believe that one zone like this could effectively lead to a move like this. However, the art of it is that once you see that move to the upside, you close off the position and take back your 40% and put it in cash. Now, I understand there's things about crypto, you know, with taxes and what have you, but it's the practice. However it is you decide to utilize this approach. The idea is short term. Now, short term could be, because look how long it's taken Bitcoin to achieve this move. It's effectively taken all weekend to try and get up towards these points, okay? With the exception of today, okay? But the idea is that you use that 40% here for a short period of time because your 10s up here are making you money and you're earning more off the back of the 40% commitment of your capital, which you will then close off up there. You've now increased the value of your 40%, which means that the next time Bitcoin does decide to go up to pull back again, you're effectively looking for this consolidation behavior. Because if we are genuinely in a trend to the upside and the bull run is here, you're going to see Bitcoin do this frequently. When was the last time Bitcoin hit the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame? 50 EMA is this purple line right here. Is it laggard? Of course it's laggard. It is pointless, but it gives you a representation. Who will that be? It gives you a representation of where the momentum could be, or where retail's orders are. Where are retail's liquidations? And we've got a handsome amount up here at 67,950. Have they actually swept that zone just yet? Let's have a look. Oh, yes, they have. What do you... Oh, no, hold on. Tell a lie. No, they haven't. So we've still got 67,900. We've had more shorts open at $3.5 billion worth of short liquidations. This is wild, man. You're short in the high. I think people are looking for titles. That's what they want. They want the titles. I shorted good old Bitcoin at 67.9. Suit you, sir. All right, cool. You're going to get slapped, bro, especially with Wall Street backing it. If they're going to do it, then it will lead to a climatic move. We've yet to have the climatic move. Climatic move for me is breaking the all-time high. We haven't had. This is the warm-up. The climatic move, I believe, is going to finalize at 72. So Bitcoin will fly up towards 72 region, and then it will look to start pulling back. Then we might actually have a halving that people will be bothered about. But to be honest with you, Bitcoin's price is all that what people care about. I'm not even interested in the miners. Miners might still have an opportunity to keep on selling Bitcoin to the upside. Let's see if they've actually made any money off the back of it, which they must have. And now are they able to maintain their operating costs? And not even to say about Ethereum's new upgrade, the Denken upgrade coming out on the 13th of March. Hopefully there's no complications with that, but that's another reason why Ethereum's more than likely going to keep on marking up. Where is Ethereum? 2.84. She's doing very well to come down, to come up, and you'll see a lot of this as well. You will see a lot of price coming down to come up. They have been wicking price non-stop on this move to the upside, and that's very important. So you can then understand, okay, if I'm in a trade, why should I get rid of the trade? And I'm going to say this to anyone now that's day trading or even as a holder, and you're looking at price thinking, should I buy or should I sell? Okay. Even on the 4-hour time frame, if you do not see price breaking the 5 or the 13 EMA, you have no reason to get out of this trade. You will see price break into it, but I don't use EMAs the same way that the retail trader uses EMAs. I use EMAs and think, what's the retail trader thinking when price is at the EMAs? Because then I can react to it. If the retail trader sees that price breaks into the 5 and 13 EMA, oh my God, it's broken down and closed and it's trading below the EMAs, it's going down, baby. Trust me, someone will say that when they see price breaking beyond the 50 EMA or the 5 or the 13 EMA, which is this yellow and red line here. The 5 is the yellow and the red is the 13. Again, if you are new and you want to know more about this, just go to the Traders Reality website. There's a course right there that tells you about these indicators and the benefit of them, all right? But knowing the information that I've got in my head about EMAs, I know that retail traders are looking at this area. So when I see price sweep that zone, I need to wait for the candle to confirm and close to tell me if that's going to be the case. Remember, this candlestick was negative first. So I'll look at that and be like, okay, I'm going long from this range. I will long below the 5 or 13 EMA. Look at where I'm coming from. And that's really important. When you're looking to trade, before you take the trade, always ask yourself these things. Where am I coming from? So in other words, where's price been? What's it done? Okay? Is the mood still there? It's like going into a nightclub, ladies and gentlemen, and you're standing there dancing and you're like, your favorite song comes on. Yeah, man, it's all pumped. Everyone's excited. They love the song. Everyone's showing love to the DJ and you're bouncing around. He puts on another song and you're like, oh my God, this song's even better than the last song. So you're getting more ecstatic. You're getting excited. You're looking at the bird to the left and you're like, right, that's it now. Another good song comes on. I'm going for her. You unbutton your top shirt and you think, that's it. I'm bringing the flavor. Then the DJ starts playing a bit of a weak song and you're like, okay, I've still got a bit more flavor behind me. I've got the momentum to start going over to this lady. I'm getting ready. I want to go over to her. All right. Then he puts a dead song and you're like, nah, that's gonna kill my flow. That is exactly what the charts do. When I say look back and imagine how people are feeling, you're then going to be diving into the likeliness of how often someone's going to be selling and how much someone's going to be buying based on how good the DJ's music is. It's an analogy. But when you're there by yourself looking at the chart, there are a number of things that are going to be going through your head. So you've got this idea of this analogy about the DJ and how good the song is. If the song's really good, then everyone should be going well. Okay? If you're not really hearing the good song, or you're not really seeing the offers coming into play, you're not seeing the bids coming into play, then there's a good chance that that song's killing the flow. Then it's going to change direction, change the mood. Okay? The game's psychological. I don't care what anybody says. The only reason why there's an offer right there, and there is an offer all the way up here at 27 million for 400, nearly 397 Bitcoin at 70,216, is because some dude has gone in and placed an order. He's committed liquidity to sell. And that will always stay there until he removes it. But it is a representation that someone's committing to engage in the market on the back of someone going in there to buy. This is not a buyer's market. Ignore that BS. It's a seller's market. The only reason Bitcoin's going up is because they're selling it. And we need to try and establish what point would they then think it's now time to start buying it. Look at the stock market. I said this earlier on today. Now, this is for anybody that's new. This is the smart money, dumb money confidence. Smart money line right here, the red line is going up. Stock market's going up. The only reason it's going up is because there's a lot of selling. I know you've heard it on the news. Bezos is selling. Warren Buffett's selling. This is not FUD. This is the nature of the way the business operates. They're going to take some profit. It's not going to keep going up, with the exception of Bitcoin. Capiche? I hope that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin dumped to 55. Listen, that past weekend, yes. Quite frankly, from this price point, I mean, what's this? This is Ethereum. Okay, forget Ethereum for a second. All right, here we go. Bitcoin. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. 4-hour time frame. Bitcoin is doing the flavor. All right, awesome. I don't know. From a trading point of view, anyone shorting Bitcoin right now is asking for it. But then again, how long are you in your short for? If we're talking about the 1 minute time frame, just completely dismiss what I'm saying. The higher the time frame you're shorting from, the wider your stop has to be. In my opinion, you want to short Bitcoin. You just got it in for this coin. You follow a guy on X who's adamant that it's going to drop from this point. History will repeat itself, but man, we are not in the same. And this is not me saying it's different this time. No, I'm not saying it's different this time. This time we have Wall Street money, and Wall Street will do what Wall Street does. You can't tell me that this capital right here, this $10 billion in value of Bitcoin held by BlackRock, or ARK Invest, or Invesco, or Valkyrie, or Wisdom Tree, and potentially Franklin Templeton with his spot ETF for Ethereum, you can't tell me this isn't contributing to the move of Bitcoin higher. Could also be the miners that are selling because they know the halving is going to give them half of the reward that they were getting before. All right? This is new money. Now, old money in crypto got smacked. Where are those guys? I saw a Twitter post, which is brilliant. I thought, oh yeah, by the way, this guy bought 17 Bitcoin for this. My days. No, where is it? I saw it. Where's that tweet? Fantastic tweet. What was it? Where are you? Here we go. Meme coins now, your alts tomorrow. That's like crypto bull god. Get ready. That's your hurrah for the altcoin market. And of course, the altcoins themselves, yeah, altcoin season is in. 3 days ago, we were not in an altcoin season. Now we are in an altcoin season. Let's just go over to, and of course, the idea of the Bitcoin dominance, people are like, yeah, Bitcoin dominance going up or coming down and the alts are going to be acting. Look, listen, if they're going to be selling, they're going to be selling. all right? You only need to just understand the bids and the offers, ladies and gentlemen, to really understand what's going on. Because whatever reason Bitcoin goes up, it means that there was a lot of selling that has been engaged. The exchanges, they are programmed to move the markets, that move price per se to where the commitment is, where someone's happy to sell, where someone is happy to buy. And the sooner you come to understand that, ladies and gentlemen, you will then not be led with any surprises on what Bitcoin could do or work out why is Bitcoin pumping. They've got to buy it, they've got to sell it, and we need someone to sell it so that someone can buy it, and we need someone to buy it so that someone can sell it. It's not just simply buying and selling. Anyone that thinks that the buyers are in control of this move to the upside are laughable, because that's not how the business works. They're selling it right now, because if I'm standing at a shop and I'm screaming at the guy, please, bro, I want to buy everything inside of your shop that is empty. I want to buy everything inside of your shop that is empty. He's going to look at you and think, you donut, bro. I've got nothing to what? Nothing to sell. I have no market. That's the way this business works. The second you get that, I've got to put these back on, man. That was a little bit dramatic, wasn't it? That was one of those. The second you get all of that, okay, it makes your life easier to navigate how likely price is going to go from one point to the next, because that's what it is. Park your indicators, put them aside. The hybrid system is not per se an indicator that says buy or sell. It's an indicator as a representation of human nature. It represents market makers' attempt to move price from one point to the next, to trap traders in shorts, to trap traders in longs at specific points in time in the chart. Bitcoin is up 7%, near its all-time high, and people are shorting it. That is wild. 69 incoming, 68 incoming, 69 incoming. When you buy Bitcoin from here on out, you are buying BlackRock Bitcoin. Don't do it. No, they say hold on to your Bitcoin. They're saying don't sell your Bitcoin because BlackRock or Larry Fink's going to go in and buy it all up. Yes, that is true. Again, the ETF for Bitcoin's going to $60. That's my opinion. All right? Because this behavior here, and you know what? It will not be a letdown. All right? If Bitcoin was to tap that 69, this all-time high, and then aggressively pull back from there, you should be loving life. Loving life. Because you guys now will leave this live stream. Hopefully you would have liked the live and you would have subscribed for more flavor like this, and you've hit the bell to make sure you don't miss it. But you'll be leaving this live knowing if you are new to trading, you are ahead than most of the retail traders out there. Because if you believe that this is because people are buying, you are sorely mistaken. This is because people were previously buying. Now they're selling. Always the case. Why does it always come bloody back? That's pretty much the story, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Vector Candle will be finalizing in the next hour and 9 minutes. We're going into Asia, guys. This is going to be an eventful evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, and finally, remember, guys, there's 20% off the Traders Reality website for the Platinum membership. 20% off the first month where you get access to setups and what have you, similar to the ones that we shared today. I do 3 setups every single day. I notify the guys every single day, 3 times a day, with setups in the morning, after the New York live in the morning, and then in the evening, like tonight, as we go into Asia itself. Okay, take advantage of it. It's in the description of the video of this live, and it's pinned to the top of the chat, guys. Now, Race, you have gifted 10 members. Thank you very much, my friend. Okay, God bless you for that. Welcome to the memberships, guys. Happy days. So what happens when all Bitcoin has been put in cold storage? Well, I don't think all Bitcoin will be put in cold storage, because people like the color of money. They will always sell it because they understand that they can buy it up again. Those in Bitcoin, truly holding significant amounts of Bitcoin, do not care about the price. Only the average of it. Someone like GrShr would have an interest in it because they've made 1.72 billion today in value on their portfolio. Happy days. But that portfolio is split between Matic, you've got Hex, you've got, Shisha. Why is he holding $5 worth of Shisha? Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, he's got a lot of Bitcoin and a lot of ETH and a lot of Uni, okay, and Link. So they're going to be buying it regardless because they believe that the crypto market is only going to be progressing. These questions of all of the Bitcoin is going to be put into cold storage is very unlikely because everyone always has their price. And people are going to shit the bed when they see Bitcoin's price get to a life-changing, wife-changing amount. And they're going to be rushing to sell it. All right? They are literally going to be the people that are going to sell it. So eventually Bitcoin is going to get circulated amongst Grayscale, BlackRock, ARK, and all the other investment companies that are offering ETFs because they cannot physically buy the Bitcoin. They can't. It's against their banking code. They are all authorized participants. They are not allowed under certain banking code, but I think that's all going to change soon. I genuinely believe that it's going to change. What else we got here? Yeah. Tino, I'm worried about selling. Here's a question. Tino, I'm worried about selling my Bitcoin. Let's go back to BTC just to see what it's doing. It's probing, ladies and gentlemen. It's flirting with the highs. There we are. We've just had a nice liquidation up there. And look at the behavior. Up, down. Buy it up, sell again. Buy it up, sell again. Okay? Get people to sell it. Getting scared, go short. Buy it up. Okay? Bid it out. Keep on buying, keep buying. And then start marking it up. Try and grab the offers. Nope, no interest. Load it up again. No interest. Keep going. Retrace, continuation out. That's it. We're going into wild territories, ladies and gentlemen. Wild territory right now with Bitcoin. And I cannot bloody wait for it. So, Tina, I'm worried about selling my Bitcoin on the main way I buy and sell it is Cash App. And it sent out a message saying it was out of Bitcoin. Yeah, I saw this. No, it's not true. They are not out of Bitcoin. Well, they said they notified everybody saying that they haven't got a problem with supply issues or supply shock. So no, that's not the case according to what they said. Okay. What about the females? We don't want husband changing money. We want husbandless money. That is rough. That is wild. You want husbandless money. That is crazy. Okay then, fair enough. Take the Traders Reality free course. You'll be able to understand how to use the hybrid system, become a member, and you'll be able to take advantage of a few trade setups that could get you to kick your husband out in a few days, maybe. But then that means you'll be risking a lot of capital, so you don't want to do that. So you might have to settle with him till Christmas, maybe. I don't know. Anything else? Tina, good evening. How are we doing? Okay, cool. Tino, how do you manage to scale such high leverage on your ETH trade without getting shaken out? Well, look, Matt, it was initial amount of this Ethereum trade, okay? The initial amount was $400. What's the first thing that goes through my head? What's the most I can lose? That's the first thing I'm going to ask myself. If I don't answer that question, no trading. A gambler will tell you how much he can win. A trader will tell you how much he can lose. So if you answer the first question of how much can I lose, you then can park the idea of worrying about losing because you've already accepted it. Okay? It's like walking down an alleyway. If it's dark, you're scared. If it's broad daylight, what you got to be scared of? But realistically, what have you got to be scared of just because it's dark? It's just the shit that you're putting in your mind. You're worried about something. You think that something bad's going to happen. So we're fearful for something. We don't need to be. Ultimately, more confidence you get, you can walk through to the alleyway. Same principle on the trade. $400 investment. I know I can lose $400. If I lose it, done. I've lost $400. 186 leverage. Cool. Happy days. I trade 4x, 500x. 186 is a walk in the park. That's what we get warmed up with. But I do pick my spots. Now, every single day, I look at Bitcoin, I look at Ethereum, I look at the Euro, I look at the Dixie, I look at the NASDAQ, I look at gold, I look at the S&P, Solana, and I'm in tune with what I think. I'm in tune with the way things are moving, okay? And as we are approaching all-time highs and understanding that we've got upgrades coming up in Ethereum with the Denken upgrade, paying attention to the offers and the bids, I take the risk at that entry point right there. I nearly got shaken out of that position. I nearly did. Because look, it came down to that point. Well, my entry, now my liquidation was $20 away. Now, at the time when Ethereum was playing out, you could see they were ranging. There was not really that much of a range for them to actually move. So I thought, okay, this was before the weekend. And going into the weekend where things were quiet, So I was like, okay, I'm improving the odds of the trade working in my favor if the weekend is going to bring the volatility and they're going to start marking prices up. I look at the hybrid system. Can I identify high points or vector candles that they can trade back into? And I noticed that Ethereum on the hourly was holding this 1 hour 50 EMA. And if they broke beyond that point, then I'd be out of the trade. And if they continued lower by $20, I'd be blown out of the trade. It didn't happen. I then added as I started to get more conviction. This messed up area right here was my conviction that they're going to keep on moving up. I loaded up here. Okay? Doubled my position only because the actual cost of running the trade itself is absolutely jokes. Look at that. This is why, quite frankly, when I take trades in crypto, I get this problem. Okay? Don't like it. All right, using high leverage and what have you, fine. But I don't like it because of these high BS fees. Okay? You go over to something like this. Where is it? To make $16,000 in profit today on my funded accounts, it cost me $222. That's how much it cost me. Fixed fees. Okay? One round trip to open and close, done. This problem that I've got is this was originally at $180. Then it went to $400. Now it's gone to $684. And it's happened to me once before when I was trading Forex. I was in these swing trades on the euro and the swaps started to increase so aggressively where it started to eat into my profits till it got to a point when I was close to breaking even from the original profits. So hypothetically, if I had $1,000 profit on one position, the swap was getting closer and closer to $1,000. What the hell? But that was a swing trade that I was holding for quite a long time. So naturally, I anticipate that. That was a swing trade which was around... That was like a 4-month swing trade, okay? So naturally, I would expect that, okay? But when price consolidated sideways, that's when the fees started to come into play. If they kept on moving, then it wouldn't have been a problem for me, and I would have been able to just absorb the swap, but it kept on going up in value of my position, but it didn't. It just went sideways, okay? This right here, if I hold this trade anymore, it will go easily to $1,000. No. Why? I'll just close it off. Right now, Ethereum is moving up. It's going above the 615. Okay, we got a nice little 1600 return. Happy days. Not bad. We ran good at the all-time highs. Well, and Ethereum hasn't even gone up to the all-time high. So, but that's the only problem that I got with crypto is the fees. And these exchanges know exactly what they're doing, man. They know exactly how to screw everyone out of money, man. But anyway, what's Bitcoin doing? Oh, we got 59 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 59 minutes till it could happen. Who's this? 10 memberships again. Thank you very much. Who's this gentleman? Hold on. Tina, when we look at a vector candle recovery, do we take the entire candle or just the body of the candle? Great question. When it comes to vector candle recovery, you take the entire candlestick if you have a full candle. Okay, so let me give you an example. By the principle of the vector candle, you would say that you want to know if this vector candle started to move up at the midpoint. So we say that the happy median of price is at the midpoint, okay? All by the courtesy of Fibonacci and all the golden means and ratios and the circles of life and the, Lion King and all of that stuff, okay? How the vector looks is going to help you understand what part of the vector you want to be paying attention to. So here's an example here. You can see right now, we've got a wick and we've got another wick, but the vector's right here. If I take the top side of the candlestick, go down, I have got the midpoint of this whole candlestick. Now, the midpoint of this whole candlestick shows me that there's more of a vector candle up here than there is down here. So that's a bit of a problem for me because I could be thinking, hold on a second, if this vector candle right here has got more up here and the midpoint is right here of the whole candlestick, I can't make the assumption that if it comes down, it's going to reverse because that's exactly what it did. It reversed from that point, okay? But usually what happens is they can recover the whole candlestick and beyond the 50% point before it returns back up. So the best thing for you to do is to then consider the candlestick and ignore the wicks. So then now you've got this area here. Now you've effectively got two fib zones, which are two midpoints. The midpoint, which includes the wicks, and the midpoint, which includes the candlestick. Now, when would you not do that? Well, you would do that when you don't really have that much of a wick to worry about. Here's an example right here. Take the top side of that candlestick, go down to the bottom of it. Happy days. You've got a fairly even distribution of a vector candle midpoint. But if you really want to do it, go into it. Take the top side of the vector, go down to the lows of the vector candle, and that's the difference of the midpoint of the vector. So now you've got yourself a zone. So if you were to mark off this area here and place orders on Bitcoin coming down to this point, look at your price fill. It's madness, isn't it? Look at your drawdown. You would have been in a position and your stop would have been outside the vector candle. You would have been able to absorb this craziness, okay? Happy days to the upside. Awesome. Great news. Now you want to go back in the charts and do that. And do this exercise because this system, ladies and gentlemen, is all about practice. That's all I'm going to leave you with. This system is all about practice. If you can go back in the charts right now and go and find vector candles, ones with big wicks, ones with small wicks, split the vector up. Take the wicks and then take the actual vector candle. The only time you wouldn't take the candlestick itself is if you get a very strong candle like this one, okay? That doesn't require you to split it up, all right? But if you get something like this, all right? Or you get something like this, you're going to want to split the candle up and find the midpoint of the candle including the wick or the candle including the vector candle. Go back in the chart and look at how price behaves when you've established the midpoint of the vector candle. And then every time you see a vector candle, mark the vector candle in exactly that same fashion, whether it's the red vector candle, the purple, the blue, or the violet. All right, I've already said violet, purple. Whatever it does, you will see price react in a certain way. You then start to understand that they repeat the same thing over and over again. That, ladies and gentlemen, is where you'll then start to look to take advantage of trading opportunities like Bitcoin and making its way towards its all-time high. Looks like we don't have ourselves any shirts to wear, ladies and gentlemen. No vests. That's correct. Make your way, BTC. Come on. Is it going to happen? I was about to end the live, ladies and gentlemen. I was really about to end the live. Is Bitcoin going to do the offers? Come on. Give us that all-time high, Bitcoin. Give us that all-time high. Is everyone excited? Look at that. Excuse me. And someone asked the most obvious question. Tino, when 8K? When we get close to it, bro. Why would you ask now? That's a bit of a backwards question, bro. 8K now? Nah, man. Wait till we get close to it. We'll talk about it when we get to 30K. If we get to 30K again. Why would you want to ask now? That just makes you think like, hold on a second, what kind of investor are you? Like, when's Bitcoin going to go to $1? I'll let you know when it gets to like maybe $15. Yeah, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness history again. Look at that. Phenomenal. Full Monty the stream, yes. Please don't end the live. Well, there's only 827 of you that don't want me to end the live, so I'm 2,298 of you do want me to end the live. Okay, so I'll end the live then. Ladies and gentlemen, like the stream and I'll stay on. We'll stay on for the all-time high. The second Bitcoin hits the all-time high, we're out. Look at these orders coming up here. 69K. They're stacking orders up here, guys. Stacking. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Sydney's coming into play. We got 1 whole hour. Oh, Bitcoin. Come on. You need to stay just like the old days. Ladies and gentlemen, this is true. Yo, I got a Tino membership. Yeah, and that's around my house. Happy days, man. Happy days. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, all right, just so that once Bitcoin does hit the all-time high, finally, remember, there is 20% off the Traders Reality website Platinum membership. Pinned to the top of the chat and in the description of this video if you're watching this all-time high with Bitcoin. All right, I will be so surprised if this thing does not move. Here we go. Let's go and have a look at it on a faster move on EXO Charts. Come on, EXO, give us that flavor. Make the move. You'll see how fast Bitcoin hits the all-time high when they actually do it from here. Here we go. We've got bids coming in, so they're loading up a few more bids before they actually do it. Offers are coming into play, so it looks like they want to be selling. This is good news. Look how quick it's going. Look how quick it's going to go. Come on, BTC. Come on, give us that flavor. Offers, offers. We need it to be red. We need them to sell. Come on. That means they're coming in. I want to sell. I want to sell. All right, we don't want the bids to come in yet because then Bitcoin will be pulling back. Oh, you gifted 50, bro. Sorry, man. Sorry, why are you gifting 50, man? Come on, bro. You didn't have to do that, man. Thank you very much. Why did it not hit the all-time high? Tell me. Because the bids aren't done yet. They're still buying it. That's why. All-time high will hit when the sellers are coming into play, when the sellers start getting triggered. Because look, the sellers are there. Look, the sellers are there. They're waiting. But they're only bidding up. Look at the concentration of buyers. Look, buyers, these green little tabs. Buy, buy, buy. Look, we just had 23 million purchased at the 67,000 zone. They ain't going to let go of this now. And this, logically, this move should be sending Bitcoin higher. An hour ago, 10 million was placed in at 145 Bitcoin orders at 68,526. They want to sell 145 Bitcoin. We need to see more of those guys coming into play. We want the bids to disappear. We want to assume that the bids are like, okay, we're cool with this move now. Let's keep on moving price higher. But they've spent all day. Look how busy they've been all day today loading up Bitcoin. All right? They're going to gun for it. Here she goes. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Clear the liquidity. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to make history. How's our trade doing? Ethereum. Okay, we're at the 11,000 mark. Happy days. Close off at 2,000, I think. Yeah, 2,000%. I'm out. I'll do that because the move back down will be very aggressive. If they do it, they could pull off the same thing that they did over here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, where is it? This. See what happened here? They can do the same thing. All right, so just be very careful. Here we are. Range weekly high. Average weekly range at the top side. High monthly range. These are all points of interest in Bitcoin. I'll be so surprised if it does not take the all-time high. Honestly. Come on, Bitcoin. Make the move. Make the move. Where's Bookmap? Come on, Bookmap. Give me that flavor. Where you at? Let's go into Bookmap. Let's have a look at how they're transacting. Here we go. Let's see how it goes. Come on, that's it. That's what you want to see. You want to see those offers there. Come on. Make it happen. Let's put this over here so you can see. Just need to see that big order right there. Those offers, 165 Bitcoin, sitting in the book. Come on, give me a vector candle at least 50 minutes till $800 away from the all-time high. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to see that with you. I want to see it with you all. Come on, Bitcoin. Give me that old Hong Kong flavor. 2,500 of you, man. This is crazy. Mad love to you all. This live stream has pretty much garnered more interest than Powell. The FOMC, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin all-time high is in the making, man. People are literally going to be like, oh, I don't know what to do. But remember, guys, what I said about the 2020-40, okay? Bitcoin will retrace because bids like to buy lower. The market's dynamics will always operate like that, okay? Here we go. Offers are coming in. Offers are in. We need to see the lot. There's not enough offers, though. 22, 17, 13. I need to see 40s, 50s, and 60s, and 70s even. Come on, Bitcoin. Give us that all-time high. Twitter must be going absolutely crazy right now, pulling it back. They know people are coming in right now. They know. Quickly load up a little bit more Bitcoin. Just a little bit more so I can straight to the upside. And I surprise myself at times. I'm staying, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going to get off this live stream and Bitcoin's about to make an all-time high. My reputation is at stake. I said if it doesn't hit the all-time high before the end of today, I'll have to do my live stream in a vest. In a good old vest. Come on, Bitcoin. I need this to happen. I got 48 minutes of madness to come into play. Come on, Bitcoin. $800. You're saying to me, look how they're stalling. This is bidding. Picking up. See that? See that on EXO Charts? It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Offer 230 Bitcoin at 68.5. Don't pull back on me now, Bitcoin. No vector candle. That's good news. They're slowly offering out, so we could see it trend up. This is good. This is Bitcoin's price up here. Green vector. Nobody's selling. Everyone is selling right now. What do you mean no one is selling? Everyone is selling. That's the reason why Bitcoin's going up, because they're selling into them. That's what they're doing. Someone's coming in. Here we go. Let's have a look. Sellers right now. They're just transacting very, very shortly. Let's see if we refresh it and it comes up. Come on. Actually, let's just go and have a look. Real large limit orders. Where are they? Here we go. Offers 68,500 coming into play. 7 million Bitcoin, $7 million worth of Bitcoin coming into play. All right, 68,500 about to be taken. Here we go. 10 million. It's about to get taken. 10 million. They'll sweep through that. It's been taken. They've just filled that order. Happy days. All right. Next order, 10 million at 68,526. That's pretty much going to get taken. Orders after that. The biggest orders, 49 million, 70K, ladies and gentlemen. 70K, 49 million is the biggest offer of Bitcoin on the top side. 20 million just after 68,850. Notice how, right? You've got 6 million, right? So you've got 15 million there at the 69.5, all right? You've got 3 there, 5, 15, 49 at 70, all right? So just before, after the break of the all-time high, notice how you got lots of liquidity coming into the chart. 19 million offers at 68,850. That's going to fuel Bitcoin to gun to 70, all right? 49 million Bitcoin, all right? That's 166 Bitcoin at 70K. But as we get higher and higher, the values of it decrease. Well, the values of Bitcoin sold decrease, but the actual amount is even higher. So it's very, very interesting what's going on right now. Where are my vector candles? On the 1 hour time frame. Platinum members, I'm sorry, man, but we're witnessing some crazy stuff. I should be updating those guys right now on this potential flavor, but of course, wait for the all-time high. It's only $400 away, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go. That is crazy. Let me just quickly mark off Bitcoin's all-time high on this chart. Oh, my days. Look at that. Where we at? Right there, man. 69,000 there or thereabouts. Come on, bro. Take it. Do it, man. I do not want to wear that vest. Come on. Don't slow down. Blue vector candle coming into play. What's Ethereum doing? Where's Ethereum? I need to look at that. Ethereum. Okay, that's still doing relatively well. I'm cool with that. Come on, Bitcoin. Just do the move. Green vector. That's good. 3 pushes up on the vector candle zone. Don't pull back. I'll be gutted if it does. I'll be so gutted. If Bitcoin comes back down below the range weekly low, then that's it. And it will probably go up when I finish the live. That's how it works. Hold my hand, Tino. No. Tino, miners analysis, please. Well, miners in principle are selling. That's the whole point of this. Miners are selling their Bitcoin. That's why this is all happening. Flow, where we at? Miners position index. That is suggesting to us that they are actually selling. I don't know if this is going to get updated in time. Well, it will be updated in the next 45 minutes or when this website decides to wake up. Here we go. So, right, we're going to see a new update on this, but price has shot up right there. 68 up there. Look how they've come back down, man. Bids. Again, you're asking yourself why Bitcoin isn't hitting the all-time high. Because the bids, look, they keep coming in. So someone should be bidding out right now. Here we go. Look carefully. You see these greens here? These are bids. Go into EXO Charts. What we got? Look at that. Look at those huge amount of bids. Look at that. Huge bids. They're buying Bitcoin up to suggest that they could actually see prices go higher beyond the all-time high. So this could be the last attempt for them to buy Bitcoin. Because they might have an objective to buy Bitcoin between 68,300 and 68,600 with an intention to sell it at the 70,100 and the 70,300. You don't know. They're all algorithms or people that have got certain motives to buy and sell Bitcoin. All right? Look at it. You think about it. Buying 46 Bitcoin, 48 Bitcoin, 50 Bitcoin, 42 Bitcoin. These are order amounts. And people are like, no one will buy Bitcoin at 70K. You mad, bro? Of course they will. True Wall Street players will not care about Bitcoin's price. They just want the volatility. You know? Here we go. Come on, BTC. Look at that. That right there. Okay? It's huge. Very important. They've gone down, grabbed the orders to reverse. Now, this is the 5-minute time frame, but when you see that on the higher time frames, boy, it's a huge little reversal in the chart. Sweep back up. But it's a 5-minute time frame. It's going to, usually, it could fail. Like, it did fail here, but the principle was there. They came down, swept the orders, picked up a few more, and then reversed. Okay? Let's see if they can do it, man. Come on. I'm about to send it up with big bids. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, bid it up. Ladies and gentlemen, bid it up. They've been waiting 1.5 years to buy Bitcoin at 68K. This is true. I will buy Bitcoin at 80. I'm in a position since 68K, long, 8 leverage. When should I get out? Have you made any money, my friend? Have you been given a reason to get out? Has it challenged your profit yet? If it hasn't challenged your profit, and if it hasn't, see, for example, my position right now on Ethereum, okay? Do I have a reason to get out? Not monetary wise. Not, okay, there's 10.5 grand in there. Fine. We can close it on the principle of monetary, right? But have I got a reason to sell? I will go to bed and lock in profit. Whatever happens is not my interest. I will lock in the profit. I will lock in at least 8.5 grand, okay? Or 7 grand. I'm happy with that, okay? But if you're asking yourself right now if you should take profit, all right? That tells me that you're not happy. You might not be happy with what you've got. You might want more, or you might feel like you're missing out because there could be more of a move higher. Well, if I stay awake tonight and I stay awake all night, I won't close this position as long as price keeps on going in my favor. If they start to break price down and say Ethereum comes down below 3,500, I'm probably going to get rid of the trade. I probably am, because I can't be bothered to baby it. I don't want to look after it, especially going into the night. No, thank you. I'd rather get some sleep. But you have to know or lock in a certain amount of profit so that you are psychologically dismissive of what it does afterwards. So if I go to bed tonight and I wake up in the morning and this Ethereum has gone all the way up to 4,000, that's a bonus for me. Happy days. But I'm happy to close it off at 3,500. I'm cool with that. It's done. Capiche? Okay, come on. Cut the losers, let's let the winners run kind of thing, yeah. But isn't Bitcoin all-time high a lot of liquidity, which means it will go down a lot? It will only go down if they are seeing there's a higher concentration of offers or, higher concentration of bids. That means that there is a lot of people that are trying to long Bitcoin, all right, when prices are going up. So they've been selling into them. Market maker goes short. Retail trader buys, he shorts, he sells, okay? So once market makers achieved his desire to lock price towards the highest possible point where he can grab the most interest and ensure that he has got the liquidity below so he can go and attack, which is in the presence of vector candles, he's then going to reverse the chart. This is the big, we don't know that this next move right now towards the all-time high could be the biggest pump in Bitcoin. Market maker in principle has the capacity to test that. If it's not ready, it's not ready. If he's not going to do it, it's not going to do it. Tomorrow's news could be Bitcoin was 1% away, or not even 2% away from its all-time high. How far is it from the all-time high? Here we go. Bitcoin was 0.73% away from its all-time high, and it dropped 20%. Could you imagine if that happened? What an embarrassing thing. All that hype for nothing, for the sake of 0.73%. Are you really having me on? That can happen. It really can happen. You know, never on a Sunday, never on a given Sunday, is it? Al Pacino, the margin for error is so small. There's your margin right there. We're all looking at this. Yeah, Tino, stay on the live and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm happy to do that, ladies and gentlemen. But Bitcoin could reverse from this point. That is shocking if it does. Absolutely shocking. It might actually continue up, but the bids could come back down until you're given a reason to get out of your trade. Has the 5 and 13 EMA been invalidated on the 5-minute time frame? Nope. Okay. Has the 5 and 13 EMA been invalidated on the 15-minute time frame? Nope. Nope. It's moving away from it. That tells me that there could be momentum coming into play. That tells me retail traders are like, yeah, man, it's bouncing on the moving averages. Okay, cool. It's going. All right. I'm going to pay attention to that. 5 and 13 EMA on the 1-hour time frame, giving me a reason to get out. No way. Not at all. Look at it. Nowhere near it. Trending away from it. Rejection, rejection, rejection. When I say rejection, I mean bids, 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 bids. Not conventional wisdom of trading mentalities. No, this is where people are buying, not because people are not interested. That is BS. That's where the bids are. They bid it down and bring it back up. Happy days. All right? This is where there's interest. There was the rejection at the top side over there because there was just too much of a supply. Are you mad, bro? What supply are you talking about? How can that be too much supply? That's a lie. Those are offers. That means people were sat there looking to sell. They did the business and then they bought it back down again. Supply, bro. It angers me at times because that's not how the game works. We want the offers to come in. We want them to start showing their impression on the chart. Here we go. What we got here? Look, bids, 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 bids. They're bidding out. What's the next thing that we're looking for? We're looking for Bitcoin. Oh, look, they're not done. They're not done. Look, they are not done with it. They want more. This is 2%, 0.7 or 0.8% away from its all-time high. They're going to try and get a few more bids in. Buy up a little bit more. That's what you're witnessing right now. These greens are bids, bids, bids. They're buying. But you would see it as sells. Why? Because that's how they read delta. When delta is negative, you sell. When delta is positive, you buy. But when you start seeing positive reverse of the delta, then you start looking at it differently. All right? You'll always find that the highest point of a move is filled with lots of green deltas. That's usually when price reverses. You'll always find when price is dropping to the downside, that's where you see the highest concentration of negative delta. It always reverses. Go back in the charts on EXO Chart and have a look at that. Go and find all the positive deltas at the highest point of a move, okay? That's where most of the buyers are that are trapped. That's where you see reversals. That's where the biggest amount of offers are. I see this here and I say to myself, I've got some reversals coming into play. I could sense that the reversals were going to come into play. Why? Because I look at this and I say to myself, I can see bids coming in, offers are coming in, offer. Where's my bids? Where are the bids? They're not bidding. All right, so it looks like the offers are there, but there's no bids. Okay, I need to start seeing some bids to prove to me that they're interested in going higher from this point or looking to sell. Well, I don't see any offers. I don't really see any bids. Then all of a sudden on this candlestick, I start seeing bids. Okay, we might get a change of scenery here. Oh, tries to come back up. Bids come back into play again. Nah, they look like they could be going down. And then it comes down. Now we're witnessing it here. We're starting to see a collection of bids. What do we need to see? We need to see offers. See this? We need to see more of that. To assume that this here, these buying, is going to lead price to continue back up because they've filled their positions. Now they want to send price higher. To do what? Make a profit. That's what they're looking for. Okay? But Bitcoin ain't doing it. I've got 35 minutes. I can't do that to you. I can't keep you on this live for 35 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin, hurry up, man. Liking this. New 30-minute candle. Come on. New 30-minute candle should do it. Where are we at? Let's just get the 30-minute time frame up. Here we go. 4 minutes until this new 30-minute candle. No vector candle. Oh, blue vector. Okay, then. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets very interesting. 68,000 whole number coming into play maybe if the bids are done or not done. Imbalance right there, away from the VWAP, aggressively away, horribly away from the VWAP. There's the anchored VWAP itself. Okay, from our last reversal point. I need to then take another anchored VWAP, put that right there. Whoops. No. No, what have I done? From that point, okay. Now I need to take that. Okay. They really need to hold this out. Bids are coming in. Look, bids are getting pretty aggressive. So that means price is still going to come down. These are the offers at imbalances right now. Blue volume, stopping volume candle. We should see the start of the next 30-minute candle looking to come up. High concentration of bids, 30 at the lows right there. Okay, we had 126. They might be done. They could be done with this range. It's starting to smell like they could be done with it. Give it a little bit more room because there is an imbalance down there, but they could be starting to prepare for a move back up. It might take a little bit longer, but I'm seeing bigger bids like 126, 44, 41. Look at that. They want that imbalance. There it is. Look, they're starting to dry off. Now we need to see liquidation. See those liquidation points right there? I really need to start seeing the offers coming in. No offers yet. 30, 23, there's that imbalance recovery. Look at that right there. That's very important, this area here, which is pretty much the points of control are aligned together. Well, now we need to start seeing the offers if we can assume they're going to start going up. What's that? 50. Not done yet. They're not done. Start of the new 30-minute candle coming into play. That's very important. Futures markets are now open. Oh, violet vector candle. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Look, bids aren't really that aggressive there. Not as aggressive. I'm cool with that. Imbalance is there. That is terrible. Come on. I said that they could actually do that wick down like they did a couple of nights ago. They could initiate a reversal from here. Come on. Offers coming in. Oh, no. Absorbed. Bids are not done. Come on. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to assume this could be a stopping volume candle. What did I say, man? Could you imagine they actually reverse from here? Right, Bitcoin's starting to take a bit of a tumble down. Aggressive tumble. This is a bids, man. These are all bids for the all-time high. Look, 65. 65 again. Players come in twice. Stopping volume candle is being engaged. 67. 73. We're starting to look how they've recovered the imbalance. We don't want them to go any lower because then that just puts it in the bin. We really need to see the next candle start to recover up. Come on. Here she goes. Come on, Bitcoin, man. Come on. Offers come in. That's what we want to see. They can surpass this point, we can naturally expect them to continue back up again. Come on. Don't stall. Don't stall. Offer imbalance. So they're actively trying to sell. Aggressive buyers are coming in onto the back of the offers. Here we go. So whatever happens from this point is irrelevant. Understanding what was going on here helps you establish how likely a reversal could be coming just by understanding the bids and the offers. Understanding the relationship of why when someone is selling Bitcoin or buying Bitcoin at 126, remember, the original templates for this, okay, that should be a red figure. I've changed it. So if you go into your settings on EXO Charts and go to the settings tab here, go to clusters, all right? I've reversed it. For the Delta cluster, which is negative, I've changed it to positive. And the Delta cluster for a positive, I've changed it to negative because when they buy, price drops. When they sell, price rises, okay? Just understanding that little relationship right there, ladies and gentlemen, gets you the opportunity to load up on Bitcoin or, you know, buy or sell at specific points. That's the beauty of that. Tell me what indicators you're using. You're not using anything but the rawest element of trading, which is who on earth is buying and who on earth is selling. You're making sense of this matrix of BS numbers, all right, by paying attention to the average of bigger orders. You can start to understand how you can take advantage. This is how I trade the S&P all day. All day, that's how I do it. I just look for little opportunities like this, load in anything from 5 to 10, 15 contract sizes. Up we go, take 4 or 5 ticks. Ciao, ciao. Finished. They're gonna do it. I just know they're gonna do that BS move. I've just got a feeling. They could go for that move. Look at that. 0.73% away from the all-time high. Can you believe that? No altcoin season this year. Well, apparently there is. Nah, look at that. Yeah, I think I'm going to look to get rid of my Ethereum trade. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. Oh, actually, no, I don't really have a reason to get rid of it. No, it's not broken anything. I'm just reacting to Bitcoin. I don't know. Look, imbalance recovered and it's coming back up again. Look, where's the bids now? Where are the bids? Oh, there we are. Nope, absorbed. Sellers, offers. Okay, so we should see it come back up. Reverse. Reversal. Reverse back up. Come on. There's the offers. Why are you coming in now? Why are you selling from this point? Keep going. Are they starting to sell? Maybe. Man, they're holding that. They break back up above, then it's coming back up. Come on. Ah, absorption. Look at that. All those imbalances came in. All right. So now that whole cluster of red right there is being compromised unless it starts to come back in. Stay alive for 5 more hours. The biggest bull trap in years. Get rid of ETH trade and of shirt, please. I can't get rid of the shirt. Where's... Oh, it's gone back up. There we are. Here we go. Okay. Come on, man. Stopping volume candle. Really? Come on. I want to get off. I'm starving and I'm shattered. I want to go to bed. Yeah, it's literally, this is too much, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tricky thing. And look, here is an example here. Remember what we said about the 5 and 13 EMA, all right? 30-minute time frame. Everyone now's gone short on the 5 and 13 EMA, but you always wait for the close of the candlestick. Look at what it's doing now. Just that understanding of how price behaves around a moving average is where the retail trader gets messed up because he plants his orders there. Market can effectively move price towards those points and capitalize and then continue its move to the upside. That's what it can do. Please, Bitcoin, do it, man. I'm so tired. I am flipping shattered. Tested the standard deviation band right there. Come on. Offers, where are you? This is too much. Doesn't hurt to skip a meal. This is true. Yeah, I should have a drink. But, so now we're testing this 5 EMA. Let's go into the Bookmap. Where are we at right there? I can't believe it. There should be some more offers at the top side there. Come on. Should have some more offers. What time are we on? Ladies and gentlemen, it's an hour and a half long. I can't do that to you all. I can't make anybody new passing through watching that an hour and a half long. Ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely wild. Come on, Bitcoin. Look, this offering game, here we go. Some more 225 offers, but bids. This is important. 231 bids right there. Okay, so we got a big boy coming in here, right? Loading up. That could suggest that we could see some movement back up before the all-time high. They did this earlier on today on the S&P. S&P usually transacts around anything between 150 to 300 contracts, 400. Just before they broke up to the upside to run for the all-time high again, 1,000 contracts came into the book out of nowhere. It was holding. That led to the move up. This could be the case here, as long as they keep transacting Bitcoin. That same logic could be coming into play right now with Bitcoin. 236, you're seeing the average of the orders, 105, 181. They could be starting 59, 54, 50, small orders. Now, all of a sudden, we got this order here, 236, 105, 181. Something's brewing in this range. Offers are coming in. The book is imbalanced to 27%, minus 32%, minus 27%, which is telling me that the offers are in control of the order book right now. That should lead Bitcoin up after that big order right there, 236. That's mad. And what are you doing? Just go. This is painful, man. Look how close we are, man. I really... Sam! Can you make a drink, please, bro? That's my brother-in-law. But don't come on the live. That is my brother-in-law who designed the Traders Reality logo, which is this tattoo right here. If you can see it. No, you can't see it. Well, Bitcoin ain't going anywhere, so I might as well show you all this tattoo right there. He designed the logo, the head, the madness of it all. So, yeah, props to him. Don't worry about the drink, bro. I got one. I've got it here. Anyways, 246 Bitcoin. I'm just trying to keep you guys entertained while Bitcoin does. Prove to me that you want that zone. Come on. You're holding out in this area for a particular reason. Just do it. Look at this. Look at that cluster there. All these bids. Loading up a little bit more. Is this a rejection of the 5 EMA? Offer there. Oh, volume's dropped. This is unfathomable right now, honestly. Let's see if the proof of the pudding is going to come into play. Where's ETH? Yeah, I want to get rid of that trade. I really just don't want to be in this anymore. I don't like it. I want to go to bed. Come on. Come on. There's offers. So no bids don't seem to be coming in right now. And you notice how we're surgically understanding how it moves, because you always look at the chart and say, if only I went long at that point. That's what we're doing right now. We're looking at every single aspect of movement. When you start looking at this long enough, you'll start to get an ebb and flow of how they move. Okay? Here we go. I want to prove that 246 really means the business, that they want to mark prices high. Look at these orders. These are just terrible small orders. Steve's come in and bought like $10 worth of Bitcoin or $3 worth of Bitcoin. Stupid small amounts. Obviously it's not, but 0.5 Bitcoin, but you know what I mean. Here we go. It's coming back up. So this area seems to be a point of interest for us. We look right. Was there anyone else previously that? Oh, 213, 139. Okay. So I've got a reason to believe that this zone could be the zone. Wow. There she goes. There she goes. See how we're profiling the range. This area was fishy. This is how you navigate. And then vector candles come into play, which confirm that the movement's there, ready to go. Come on, Bitcoin. Volume's up 18%. The offers are in. Please. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please do like the live stream. I do not want to leave this live with just 1,500 likes. Please, ladies and gentlemen, show some love to the like button. We're about to witness history being made. Come on. Please. It's just unbelievable. It's beautiful though, isn't it? We're at all-time highs, sharing it with 3,365 people. Where were you when Bitcoin was going to its all-time high? That's the question you ask. Where were you? I was on a live stream waiting for it to clear 0.73% from its high. It didn't even take its all-time high until everyone went to bed. Come on. See, that was a nice little move there. See what we're doing now? You're profiling the 30-minute candle, okay? That profiling of price action here, where you're looking at the order, see how the bids came in then, and they instantly come back up. So it tells me that the offers could be garnering control right now. The book is showing it that it's minus 17% and volume is up. So there's minus 70% on the order book. You can see over here, I've got these little pressure gauges right here on Bitcoin. The pressure from the order book. This needs to be going to the white bit right now to suggest that there's order flow pressure to mark prices higher. Come on, BTC, bro. This is rough. Ethereum's now shot back up. That's good news. Bitcoin is going to do it. It has to do it now. This is the only real time that they could have bidded price. Order coming in. Hold on. No. I thought it was 650 Bitcoin. It's not. Oh, I don't like that order down there. Come on, Bitcoin. Just do it. Big offers here. Big offers. Come on. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Who's got the pump? Seeing the bids now coming in at this point, I just need to be very cautious because they could bid out again from this area here. All right, so when you see that on EXO Charts, you can assume that historically, if this is a resistance point, then they could start bidding from that point, price comes down. The way you can really add confirmation to that is if they were look to come back down to the actual imbalances. But if they can surpass that, then that's happy days. Offers coming in, 17%, volume is up 23%. Aggressive buyers are in principle coming in to sell in, to buy off the offers who are selling Bitcoin. Do it. Offers are in. So 50 bids, 54 bids, no interest. Offers should be marking it higher. Come on. Next pull. These guys are going to want to realize a return, man. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Are we all good, chat? Is everybody well? Come on, fill the gap. X25, thank you very much, man. God bless you all. God bless for the gifted memberships, man. Everyone's joining the gang. Happy days. Again, remember, guys, if you are new, we've got a 20% discount on the Traders Reality website for the membership platinum. We get trade setups and what have you, and access to masterclasses, and you get 20% off the Traders Reality courses, 20% off the free course, and of course, just 2 paid courses on scalping the hybrid system and using the hybrid, using EXO Charts alongside the hybrid system. All right. So go check that out. That's in the description. Sorry, we've got to plug things. That's how it works. You know the game. But we're here now, getting ready for that all-time high. I've got 17 minutes before I need to take my shirt and put it in the washing machine. Washing machine. You think I'm going to be up here on YouTube with a vest? You're mad, bro. You know? I know I said it. Welcome to the realm of uncertainty. This is the business you're in. Bitcoin can go up, it can go down. Just don't know when. Maybe when we do a cruise, you'll probably see me in a vest. But yeah. Anyways. May the gap be filled, yes. Thank you very much, Wisdom. I do hope you guys get it. I hope you understand it. What we're looking at here. So when you're hearing someone saying Bitcoin needs to break this trend line, I mean, look, no disrespect to anyone using the trend lines, but the trend line isn't enough for me. I need more than just a trend line. I want to know who's really leading the break of the trend line. Have you never wondered why the trend line broke? You never wondered why it broke, or you just thought it broke because I drew a line. You've always got to ask that question, why? Why did we have this conversation here? Okay? Someone could have exploited this area here in nice little longs to the upside, quick scalps, okay? Fees and what have you. I get all of that, okay? But if you trade Bitcoin on the CFD market, you wouldn't have that problem of spreads because that little move up would have netted you a nice little scalp, okay? But just the understanding of the bids here, notice how we had this big order here, 246, yet price hasn't been able to go down. Now, it could come back into that point, because we've got imbalances. But we're going to now wait and see to test if that's going to be the case, that they are going to try and come back up again. When you do this, you eliminate taking marginal trades because you are coming into the uncertainty and saying, right, give me a conviction. Give me a reason to get some feedback. What kind of feedback can I get if I'm not in a trade? Well, I might put a probe trade in and put a light position in and say to myself, right, based on the logic of me going long inside of this zone, on the idea that this area here is an area that I can assume support to be, I'll open a small position, 2020, 2040. Play that logic. If I believe this area here is going to be an area of support, so I'll put 10%. All right? Hypothetically, you put 10% in that area. You're now testing. If this area is going to hold, if Bitcoin comes down and breaks into this area down at 67,400, close your trade. Next opportunity. Because you would have been able to exploit it from this area here when it came down, because you would have been aware, okay, they're bidding, but now all of a sudden the bids are disappearing. So if the bids are disappearing, not disappearing to per se that there's no bids, but the higher concentration or the boys with the big money, all right, where they're loading up 181 Bitcoin orders, okay? That's where the money is. We want to know what those guys are doing. What's going on here? 303 have just been offered out at this point. This is very interesting, which happens to be in the same area that there was a cluster of offers, okay? So something's brewing in this zone. You're understanding what's going on in this candlestick right here. Just in there. Ain't no trend line telling you that. No indicator tells you that other than watching what price is doing. 312, 313. See that little push up there? You've just got a flavor. Someone just quickly offered out. They just grabbed the order. Back in. What's going on here? This could be part of a bigger order if they keep transacting at that point. Notice how you're building this conversation about price, which then helps you say, you know what? I've got more confidence in taking a long from here, or I've got confidence in taking a short from here. All right? Because you're narrating. You're having a dialogue. I talk like this all the bloody time, and I walk on a treadmill as well. People think I'm crazy when I'm talking. That's what I'm doing. I need to do that. If I just leave it in my head, I'll be like, okay, Bitcoin to the upside. Man, I want that cheese biscuit. That's what can happen in my mind. It just goes. Purple candle on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, we've got a problem. It's going to crash, man. I remember this shit last year. Lost 50K. Took profit at 69. Made 100K. Profit is profit. I can't handle this mental mess. It's going to crash, man. I mean, if it crashes, we short it. Well, how much of a crash do we need to see for Bitcoin to crash? Well, Bitcoin would have to go to 30K to say a crash. That's it. But if Bitcoin comes down, like if Bitcoin drops now to 66,800, okay, and people call it a crash, people will call it a crash. They'll say the all-time high has been missed. That'll be the sorest thing on planet Earth. I don't think they will miss the all-time high. And ladies and gentlemen, they are probably going to be stalling on this all-time high. They really are. They're not done with it yet. No. Solana's having its day. Solana hasn't done nothing today, and now it's up 2%. It's Solana's turn to move tonight. Bitcoin's had its day today. They'll clear it tonight. I obviously won't be able to go live. I won't be live for it. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed tonight. Mad love to every single one of you. It has been a pleasure, but it's taken too long. I don't want to keep this live too long either. Have yourselves a wonderful night, man, and I will see you at the all-time high. Like, subscribe, ding-a-ling. Take care of yourselves, gang. Peace.